Hi everybody, how are we doing? I hope you're well. So I'm a little bit closer to the film today, a lot closer. So typically, you know, something happens, someone asks you to go back to something else, but it's fine. I am close to the screen today for two reasons. One, my voice is still a little bit croaky. I'm still not 100%. I also apologise for the way I look, but all will be revealed. And number two, I've been asked to do a makeup look. So typically, please excuse my hair, I've got the fan on, it's really warm in here today. Typically, just as I got contact lenses, I had a request to do a makeup look for glasses because they wanted hints and tips on, you know, what to do. So I've got a new palette, which if you've been on Instagram or on my Instagram you'd have seen. This is the Extravaganza Revolution palette. I don't know how long ago it came out, it wasn't very long, but yeah, I bought it. It's about £28 I think, but it's huge, it's massive. So I thought what I'd do is two looks. So I've done my face, I've done my lipstick, which is, can't remember, but it's a Maybelline Stay Matte one, I can't remember what it's called, and I've done my eyebrows very badly today, so please no comments on the eyebrows. Alright, I know they're not great, but what I wanted to do was just do kind of a neutral eye and then a brighter all out eye with some of the tips for people who wear glasses. So where do you start? Glasses are a pain if you like to wear a lot of makeup. So most glasses wearers will know that you have these bits here that sit on the bridge of your nose and will constantly take your makeup off. I have no massive tips for that other than go a little bit lighter with your foundation and slightly heavier with your powder, just where your glasses will sit. The reason for that is as you get hot, the powder will soak up the moisture and the oil, and the foundation won't transfer onto the glasses quite so much. So yeah, I would extra powder here, which I'll show you what I do in a minute, and slightly go lighter with your foundation. Everything else, it's just about making your eyes stand out. Now I wear quite large cat eye glasses, as you can see, but they kind of hide my eyebrows, which now that I've had them done and now I actually have a shape to be able to play with, they stand out a bit more. But when I had very thin brows, go back to some of my old pictures and videos, you'll see that they, you know, they kind of disappear, so they were a bit more like that. But obviously when you've got frames, you can see here you get a reflection and the eyes kind of disappear behind the lenses a little bit. So to bring your eyes out, there are a few tips I can give you. Please bear in mind, I am not a makeup artist. I am not very good at makeup, full stop, as you can tell from today's eyebrows. But I have learned a few tips, especially for going out in the evening. So I'm going to do a neutral look and a heavy brighter look, and then I'm going to goth both looks up for the evening. So thank you for requesting this video. I'm really sorry I can't remember your YouTube tag, but you know who you are. Thank you very much for requesting this video. I hope this helps. So I'm going to take this palette, which like I said is the Extravaganza palette by Revolution, and it has all the colours I could possibly need to do this look. So if I take off the shiny piece and just show you, we have a lot of like neutral colours, we have your cool tones, we have your greens and your warm tones, and then we go into your reds and your pinks. So I'm going to do a look with kind of this section, kind of the neutrals, and then I'll see what I feel like for colour. I may do my go-to purple and red, I don't know what I'm going to do, we'll see how it goes. So this does have some really good cool colours down the middle that have got massive, you know, quite deep pans. And I think anyone who wants to buy this, I know Revolution is pretty good for its colour payoff on pigment. I think this is a really good palette if you want something, you know, that's got everything in one place. It is a good mixture of matte and satin. There's a couple of metallics in there, but they're not foiled. So if you like your foiled colours, these aren't necessarily for you. But this is a really, really good range if you're just starting to get into makeup and you kind of don't want to go overboard and buy hundreds of palettes. I haven't tested this yet, but I know that Revolution are quite good, so this could be a bit of a try out as well. The only thing I'll say is the palette is huge. I mean, it's not exactly convenient for travel. So if you're looking for something good for travel, maybe this isn't the one, but something for home that has everything you could possibly want to play with other than foils is definitely in this range. So neutral. Yeah, so I've got these colours here, but I also might take a little bit out of these two up here. I don't have, there's no names on anything for any of these, they're just colours. So I will try and tell you what I'm taking as I do it. Let me move that over slightly. Apologies again for the cupboard being open. You know me, this is standard. So yeah, should we just get on with it and see what happens? So I'm going to start with my base colours. I'm going to use, what am I going to use? I'm actually going to use this kind of pinky taupey colour, I think, as kind of my base. What I like to do with my eyeshadow is give every time I go to do my makeup, I get something in my eye. What I like to do, I'm going to bring you in a bit closer because if I can, there we go. Mainly because I haven't got my glasses on, and because I'm going to be doing this look for glasses, I didn't put my contacts in. So your girl's back to not being able to see what she's doing. So again, excuse the state of my eyebrows, but I'm going to take that pinky taupey colour and just place that all over my eyelid. Now I do go up to my just under my eyebrow but not touching my eyebrow, and the reason for that is because I have quite hooded eyes, and I like to take my eyeshadow up a little bit higher. So I am going to use this kind of taupey pinky colour as my base for both sides, but don't worry, it won't make any difference. I'm going to take that out slightly there, excuse my wrinkly eyelids, and again just on this side. Now you'll see it has changed the colour of my lid very, very slightly, but I don't use eye primer. I'm not an eye primer girl, sorry. If you want to put eye primer on, then of course put your primer on. I don't. I use a bit of foundation and then I slap powder over it. So my biggest challenge is going to be finding my colours. Finding my brushes even. I can't even talk properly today. So I'm going to go in with this darker kind of taupey colour and do my neutral side. So I'm just going to grab some of that on my brush. And I've just realised I'm trying to do all of this in the camera without a mirror. So I'm just going to grab my little Emily Boo mirror, which is absolutely bloody filthy. Let me just clean that off, and I might actually be able to see what I'm doing. So I hope you can see. That's better. Sorry, but the viewfinder's just too tiny. So I'm going to take this colour on the lid and just pack all that on, and then hopefully try and remember what colour I just picked up. Now I do tend to do my base colours quite dark. Again, hooded eyes, you want your eyes to stand out with your glasses. So yeah, don't be shy with your colours. So take a little bit more of that just up into the top of there. And again, I'm going up into almost my eyebrow, but not my eyebrow. So you'll see there's a very, very thin line. And again, that's because I have hooded eyes. And again, take that colour out slightly. So that is the base for my eye. And if I pop my glasses on, you'll notice that this eye is slightly darker, but again, the colour seems to have disappeared. So when I'm saying be heavier with your makeup, I'm not saying plaster it on, you know, like you're doing musical theatre, but you do need to, you know, if I take that down, you can tell that there's quite a difference. If I put my glasses up, not so much. So don't, even with a neutral eye, don't go light touch and don't go light colour, unless you are doing things like silvers or kind of pigmented vivid pastels. Your neutral shades are not going to show through unless you go quite dark, so you're going to need that kind of smoky eye effect to be seen through your glasses. Just a tip. So the other thing I'm going to do while I'm here is, as that base colour was quite neutral, I'm going to slightly mix it, and I shouldn't do this in the palette, it's very naughty of me, with that kind of beigey tone here. And what I'm going to do is just pop that down the side of my nose. Now this is not contouring, this is literally additional padding for my glasses. Don't even know what those things are called. They just sit on your nose, they're just like nose rests, aren't they? I'm just going to pop that in there. Now I'm not somebody who does nose contouring or anything like that. This is literally all I do, just to give my makeup a little bit more baking, so as it stays in place. Now going back to my neutral eye, I am going to find a new brush. Bear with. And this is the problem when doing, I really do find when doing makeup when you wear glasses, is you really struggle to find brushes. I'm so grateful, and I love my glasses, but I'm very, very grateful for having contact lenses again, because I can actually get up in the morning, put my contacts in, and very quickly do a makeup look for work. Whereas when I'm wearing glasses, much as I have a few extra minutes more time because I'm not fiddling about with contact lenses, I do find I can't be bothered because of the effort that has to go in. It's just easier with contacts for me personally, that I found. So I took this colour as my base, so I'm now going to go slightly darker, and I'm going to take this one as kind of my crease colour. So I've got like a flat-ish brush, and I have taken quite a bit of product, so I'm going to knock a bit of that off. Kind of a flattish brush. And what I'm going to do is get my mirror back for a start, so as I can actually see what I'm doing. I told you I'm never organised. You didn't expect this to be organised video, did you? So I'm just going to get into that corner there, and I'm going to start shaping the eye. So I'm going to drag it out a bit, and I'm going to take it just above the crease of my eye. And that, again, because I've got that hooded eye, if I put it in the crease, you're not going to see it. So this is going to need quite a bit of definition again, but you want to make sure also that it is blended quite well. So again, just above that crease in quite a dark brown, and although I did say neutral, it's going to have to be a bit of a darker smoky eye. So I'm just going to take that slightly higher in that area, just to get that colour seen, and take that out again slightly into that lighter shade that I had. Now, one thing that is quite forgiving about wearing glasses is that you don't have to be quite as precise as when you don't wear glasses. And the reason for that is because everything's kind of muted behind the lens. So if it's not 100% blended, no one's going to notice. But I'm just going to take the clean side of that brush with a little bit of that original pale taupe colour that we put all over the lid. and I'm just going to gradually blend that out into a bit more towards the eyebrow. And yes, I have gone right up into my eyebrow now, so that's just smoked that out a little bit more, but still the eye just looks quite dead with makeup, so we're going to have to go in and define it a little bit more. So somewhere around here I have my trusted pointy brush. I don't know what it's called, I just call it the pointy brush, which is this one, and I'm just going to grab some black right on the tip, just a little bit of black, and start working that outer corner. Now, because a lot of makeup artists that you watch will go, it's a little C, I actually use it as quite a V, more of a V than a C, because I find if I do a C it rounds my eye off, so I almost use it like a little bit of an eyeliner cat eye effect, and just work that into that crease. And again, go back to my little brown brush that I used and just make sure we've not left too harsh a line. And as always, I have made a complete mess under my eye. I'm just going to clean that up. Lovely. And just pinch a little bit of that beigey colour, because I haven't got my powder next to me, just to clean up under the eye. Now, one thing I like to do is put a brighter colour under my eye, just to pull it out a little bit. Sorry, my voice is very croaky. I tend to find that when you wear glasses, even under here, if you don't slightly exaggerate the highlight, I mean, I don't like to wear a lot of contour and highlight makeup, but if you don't slightly over exaggerate, so slightly lighter than you would normally use, this area can still look quite dark. So I'm actually going to pick up that really light creamy colour and just pop that under the eye. Now you can probably tell that's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, or it's a bit more yellow than my skin tone, I should say, and that is absolutely fine with me right now. Now I'm just going to pop that up into that lash line a little bit and bring it down just in little patting motion, because I don't want to destroy what's underneath. So you can see here that this eye is just my normal foundation, slightly brighter here. I'm hoping you can tell that anyway. Slightly brighter, not much, not much. So what's next? The next is making sure that your eye really stands out, and it's all about your eyeliner. So if I can find what I have done with my eyeliner. Haha! So I'm not going to use liquid eyeliner for this one. I'm just going to use my eyeliner pencil. So I am going to tightline my waterline, but I'm only going to take it about 3/4 of the way across rather than all the way, because I find that tends to help with eye shape hiding behind the glasses, that you keep this bit a little bit more open. You can also tightline your top lash, but again I wouldn't go more than about 1/3 of the way across, because you're just defining the outside of that eye. Eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, can be a bit of a struggle when you have a hooded eye, so if you want to use a pencil, that's absolutely fine, and just take it out to define that edge, and then just a little bit across there. You don't need to use masses of eyeliner, obviously it's personal preference. Just to define that darker edge a little bit more. So for a neutral look it is quite heavy, but again it's the fact that when you put glasses on everything disappears a little bit. So I'm also going to do is clean up that edge again under where I've done my pencil eyeliner, because your girl gets messy, let's be honest. So I'm just going to tidy that line up there and clean it up. Let's pat that dry, and then I'm going to take that kind of little beigey yellowy colour that we've been using and just take that under there. So that again helps to just brighten the edge of the eye and define that line a little bit more. So your last thing is mascara. I find a good waterproof, I've been trying to find a good waterproof mascara for a while. This one by Kiko is the Standout Volume Waterproof Mascara, and there's two reasons why this has quickly become my new favourite. One, I've been searching for one that actually works and stays and is black and doesn't dry out. Now I've had this one about 3 months, absolutely fine. It's as good now as the day I started using it. But also because I am now wearing contacts, and I've recently been advised, apparently, not that my optician told me, that you shouldn't wear waterproof mascara with contact lenses, which I find really strange because I'd have thought you'd want to wear waterproof mascara, but this one dries so quickly it doesn't affect my lenses. Eyeliner, however, can be a pain. It also has this really cool kind of shaped wand, so I find it really good for doing lashes. So again, if you want to curl your lashes, that is entirely up to you. I suggest if you don't wear waterproof, or you can't wear waterproof for whatever reason, maybe you can't use the products that you need to take it off, I would suggest, if you are not using waterproof mascara, that you curl your lashes. Now, I don't like curling my lashes. I like my lashes long and as they are naturally. But if I'm not wearing waterproof, I do find that they streak when I blink on my glasses, and they get very dirty very quickly. Now, my last thing to make this eye for me stand out behind my glasses is my inner corner highlight. Now, most people with this look would probably go for a white. I'm actually going to go, if I can find the littlest brush I've got, let me take this little brush here. I'm actually going to go with silver, and the reason I'm going to go with silver is, one, because it's metallic, so unless you've got a very bright, thick, iridescent white, I don't think it's going to stand out quite as well. But I like the fact that silver doesn't get lost behind glasses when you've got lights in your face, kind of thing. So during the day, it might look like you're going a little bit overboard, but I actually prefer it. So just in the corner here, just to finish this off, I'm going to put a little bit of silver just in there, and I'm not going to be too precious over it. And you can drag that a little bit over. I probably should have done this before I did my mascara, but if you just drag it over to just past where you've done your waterline, and I find that stands out a little bit nicer behind glasses. So I'll just show you what this one looks like behind glasses, which I'm hoping are clean. So you can see what I mean about that silver. It certainly stands out more than a white would, or a cream, or even like any kind of pale bronze. But you definitely want to make sure that inner corner is metallic when you do it, because it will give that sparkle as you move, because your glasses, as you can see here, my glasses reflect anything, but as I move around you can still see that inner corner highlight, which really brings the eye to life. Concentrating the darker piece out here and not going too heavy in the middle elongates the eye and makes it stand out. So that's my tips for a more neutral eye. Obviously, if I take my glasses off, most people would look at this and go, that's more of an evening neutral eye. When you're wearing glasses, you've got to remember that there's going to be other things going on. There's going to be reflections. So to make the eye stand out, you're going to have to be a little bit more heavy-handed. So that's my neutral look. and I hope that has really helped you with your ideas of what you can do. So I'm now going to move on and do a bright look on this side, which I know is going to make me look completely weird. What shall we do? Do we go to match the hair or not? Oh, the lipstick colour's Soloist. That's what it is. It's Soloist by Maybelline Stay Matte Ink. I just remembered. Right, what are we going to do with this eye? Let's find some fluffy brushes. We are going to... I don't know. I don't know what colours I fancy. I really don't. I'm looking at this palette going, oh, that could look nice. And I don't know what I fancy doing. As you can see, I am fully organised as always. And realising that I'm also talking off camera. Lovely. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go. I don't know. I'm just going to pick some colours and see what happens. Now I've just lost my brushes. There they are. Okay. So I'm going to take this brush again. Yes, I know I've just used it. I know. I'm going to wipe it off on a wipe just to get a lot of the base colour off it. And oh, she says, this is why I have duplicates of all my brushes, because I spend all my life cleaning them off. Okay, that should do. I'll just do that on the back of my hand as it dries the bristles out. There we go. So I am going to do on this side, let's go, oh, I don't know, what should we do? I'm kind of liking that purple. Should we go purple? Okay, let's see what I can do with this. So I'm going to take that nice, it's actually a lot brighter than it shows on camera, but that top pinky purple up there, excuse me, and there's my little mirror, and I'm going to pop that like I did with the other shade all over my lid as my kind of base. Again, this has gone over that pinky taupe colour, so this is where I put that first dark brown taupey. It wasn't even dark brown, was it? It was more of a rosy brown, if that's even a description of a colour. So again, not quite up into the eyebrows, but we're going to give it a good coat as our base. We'll take that out a little bit there as well. Oh, suddenly can't see. Now that seems to have disappeared on camera, so as a base it's okay. If I wanted to use this as my main bright colour, I don't think this is going to show, so I just put my glasses on. Now that colour has completely disappeared, and this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying you need to go more vivid with your colours. So if I just put that colour, if I just hide that eye, it doesn't even look like I'm wearing makeup. Quite genuinely, it doesn't look like I'm wearing any makeup on that eye at all. If I take my glasses off, you can see the colour. Now bearing in mind that that is that one there, which is actually darker than it's showing up on camera, you're going to have to be quite heavy-handed when it comes to your colours. So don't be scared, go for it, you know, and this could be your transition when you're not wearing glasses to start wearing heavier colours as well. So because that one's so light, I'm going to take my mid colour, get that brush for now, as yeah, that kind of bright. So I'm not going to the next darkest purple, I've gone to the deep kind of vivid purple. And we're going to take this where we took our dark brown, so just above the crease. And again, hooded eyes, taking that colour above the crease means it doesn't get lost. So not stretching your eye out sometimes is also gives you a bit of a guide, because if you sit like this, you go, oh yeah, I'll put it in the crease, and then you kind of, by the time you've done it, you've lost it. So by all means, don't put your eyes quite naturally and see where you want to take that line of colour. And you'll see when I stretch my eyes, actually it's quite high up. So again, I'm going to have to be quite heavy with this purple to get it to stand out, so don't be scared of it. And again, remember that when you blend, you're going to lose some of that pigment. So if you want to not blend quite as much, that is not too much of an issue at this stage. So we're going to take that out. I'll clean up that edge and corner of the eye later, like I did with the other one. So that stands out a lot more. Put the glasses on, and again, it has muted the colour. So you'll see I've put quite a bit of colour on there. Put the glasses on and it disappears. Do not be scared of being heavy-handed when you are using bright colours. So I have used so far this one, and I skipped this one, and this is the one I've just put on. So I'm now going to take that dark purple that's in there, and I'm not even sure that that's going to work, on my little pointed brush, if I can find him. Where is my brush? There it is. Just give that a quick clean off as well, because it had black on it last and I don't want to smother the colour. So I don't know what the names and numbers of all my brushes. This one is a Real Techniques brush, I believe. I think I've just wiped the thing off it, and my others are all from Morphe that I've been using so far. So I'm going to take that darkest purple, again on the tip, hoping that it will come out. And we're going to put this where we put our black. And I'm not sure it's going to have much of an effect. So yeah, it's not really coming out as I want it to. Let me see if I can dry this brush off a little bit and see if that helps. It's nowhere near as dark as I wanted it. So I'm going to have to, yeah, I'm going to have to go in with the black, because there's no other dark colours, I'm afraid, in this particular palette, and that's better. So just with that little pointed brush, do that kind of V and blend that out a bit, which I've managed to make a complete mess of. I'm not doing very well at this eye today, am I? Let me blend that out with that purple again and see where we go. Just take that black out and round. And you'll see that the blending on this is not as good. I'm having some issues with my blending. Let me find another little brush. Let me see if I can get that to work a bit better. There we go, that looks a little bit better. So what we're just trying to do is create that illusion that we've done a really nice dark smoky eye in that corner, and bring it out like this one. So that black is going to have to come up a bit more because it seems to have got a little lost. Let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can do it on the camera. So one of my eyes is slightly more hooded than the other, which is why I have problems with my makeup on a regular basis. So I'm going to take this black a little bit heavier on this side, while still trying to maintain that cat eye shape a little bit. Let me drag that out. That's a bit better. Now let me get my little brush with that dark purple and see if I can blend that a little better. Just a little bit. It's not perfect, but do you know what? I think that's the best I'm going to get today. So again, back to our eyeliner. How do I manage to lose so much stuff? I don't know. So back to our eyeliner, and again, waterline, about 3/4 of the way across, and tight line if you want to the top, but only about 1/3. That should match on each side. And then again, just to darken that cat eye a little bit, I'm going to use this pencil just to drag out that wing and then fill in on this side. My eyeliner is not great when I do it with a pencil, so I do apologise. It's the problem of getting older and having a little bit of wrinkly eyelids, I'm afraid. So I'll just pop that one away for a moment. Go back to my trusted wipe that I've been using, and I'm just going to get rid of the purple that's under that cat eye and clean it up. So again, I'm going to go back to that lovely little beige colour that I've been using after I realised that I've already used the brush for purple. And just wipe that purple off, go back to that nice creamy beige and pack that underneath the eye. For this look, because I've got that purple, if I don't do much under here, it's going to look a little bit disconnected. So I'm just going to grab a very small, I say very small, it's not that small, that's the brush I'm looking for. A very small brush, and I'm going to take that dark purple there, the one that didn't work with the V, and I'm just going to pop that just under here, just to kind of connect that purple to the upper eye. I find when you wear colours, you really need to connect the lower lash line to the top, even if it's not with the same colour. But when you're doing more of a neutral eye, you don't necessarily need to. I do find when doing colour, I look really odd if I haven't connected that underneath. And again, I'm only going about halfway, not even as far as I've done my eyeliner. Wipe that purple off, and again I'm going to grab that silver and do the inside corner. I'm going to connect that silver and blend it into that purple. Top that one up. So last step again is mascara. Hair somewhere across my face. There we go. So exactly the same mascara as we used on the other side. Sorry, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm literally just putting on mascara, so it's not exactly newsworthy. And we're done. So neutral eye and a purple eye without glasses, quite heavy, quite glam, quite evening wear. Put the glasses on and it's actually quite muted. So concentrate. I find eyeliner with glasses can get lost. A kohl pencil just has that thicker look about it. I'm starting to steam my glasses up, look at that. Has that thicker look, so you don't have to be so precise. You can't tell behind my glasses that, you know, I'll come quite close in, you can't tell that it's not blended properly, but you can tell that there's colour behind the eye. So what do we think? Does that help? To the person who requested this video, I hope this helps. So just so as you know what I would do for a going out look. You know, us goths, we like to go a bit heavier with our colours. So I would grab a brush, a thicker brush, and what I would do is dab it into the black, and this is going to be the same on both. So dab it into the black, tap off the excess, and all I would do is literally carry that black across and deepen that eye socket crease. And the same on the other side. So grab that black and deepen the eye socket crease. And because I've got hooded eyes, it literally is the crease to there. Can drag that out a little bit more here. Just do the same on this side. Drag that out. Just deepen up that vampy look. So you haven't lost all the other work you've done, but you're just enhancing that vamp evening look. And then what I would do to allow this to stand out a little bit more is go back to that tiny little brush and grab, now I'm going to do two different colours on this one, so I'm going to grab this, went to the wrong side then didn't I, so I'm going to grab this bronzy colour here, which is quite metallic, and I'm going to pop that on this purple side right here, and I'm going to join it up to that silver. And again, I'm not being overly precious, I'm just filling in almost just above where you would put your eyeliner. And then on this side I'm actually going to grab the other side of that brush, and I'm going to grab that gold. And again, this is showing up quite orange on camera. It's actually not. It's actually got quite a yellowy green pigment to it. And I'm going to use that, quite a decent amount, on this side. So just in that gap between the inner corner colour and the black of our eyeliner, I'm going to pop that just in there. And what that does is not only look fabulous, but when you blink it picks up the light. So when you're wearing glasses of an evening, we've now darkened our look, but we've got that little bit of sparkle above the eyeliner, which makes the eyes stand out a bit more. And that is literally the only difference between a day look for me with glasses when I'm going a bit more gothy and a day look in the evening, is just literally that darken the crease and make that eyelid pop. So that's it for today. Sorry this video has gone up a bit late. I've literally filmed it just before I'm editing it and putting it out. Luckily I've been able to do it in one take. And then next week's video is also going to be makeup based. Sorry, but another request. I have recently bought the other things that have come out by Revolution, which, or at least some of them, which is the DC Batman collection. So I have 2 palettes and a highlighter that I'm going to show you. And as I don't wear highlighter, this should be an experience. So I hope this helped. Thank you so much for requesting a video. If you have any other queries, questions, anything, you know, any video you'd like me to do within reason, let's not get rude, then, you know, pop a suggestion, send me a message, and I will happily oblige. So to the wonderful person that requested a eye makeup for glasses, I really hope this helps you. By all means, send me a message if you have any queries, but my biggest tip is make sure you heavily set the foundation around the bridge. I mean, I've done it and mine are already starting to come off. So make sure you set it with a lot of powder and keep your glasses frames clean, not just the lenses but the bridge as well. So that's it. Without, I mean, you might like the makeup looks anyway, even without the eyes, without the glasses, but that's my neutral and a coloured eye with glasses. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you ever so much for watching this video, and as always, my gorgeous ravens, just do you.